You're watching America's healthiest TV show, Health Corner, with host Joan Lunden, plus Chef MD Dr. John Puma, and fitness with Kathy Smith. Today on Health Corner,
find out why my good friend Ricki Lake is a mom on a mission. Plus, meet Maverick, a brave little boy who underwent an amazing surgery that changed his life.
Today, we're whipping up a wonderful, heart-healthy egg dish. You heard me right, a heart-healthy egg dish. That's today on Chef MD.
Health Corner is a sponsored program brought to you by Walgreens, the pharmacy America trusts since 1901. And now from our studio in New York.
Welcome to Health Corner. I hope you're having a fabulous 4th of July weekend. We've got a great show for you today. I got a chance to sit down with my good buddy Ricki Lake to talk about all the different kinds of childbirth options women have today. So stick around for that. But first, kids can be so tough on each other, especially if they're different. Well, a new surgical procedure is helping small children born with deformed ears live normal lives, one free from teasing. Here's Elisa Adams with Maverick's story.
Yep, I do see him.
The hunt for the local bullfrog. It's hidden in the reeds somewhere, but 7-year-old Maverick will find him. He's got good eyes and ears, something he's proud of.
When he came out, the doctor said 10 fingers, 10 toes, and we're missing something on the ear side, one ear.
Maverick was born with microtia, a rare congenital birth defect that leaves the child with little or no ear. And the problems aren't just cosmetic.
You don't have a canal, and you don't have an eardrum, so you don't hear very well.
His ear looked like it was pinned forward, just the bottom flap was there. There was no hole, no opening. Our biggest concern was, can he hear?
It turned out Maverick did have a significant hearing loss in one ear. He could hear with his other ear and develop normal speech, but his mom was worried about other things.
When he was about almost 2, we took him to our older son, had a school event, and a little girl, she was probably in 3rd or 4th grade, saw my son and just said, "Ew, look at that ugly baby. What happened to him?" And oh, it broke my heart. And I just, at that point, I went home and I just decided that this is something that needed to be taken care of.
The problem, says Dr. John Reinish, was the traditional treatment required Maverick wait until he was 9 or 10 years old to get his ear fixed. And that's a lot of years to deal with the staring and stigma of looking different.
The typical way of making an ear is to use rib cartilage. That means you have to wait till a child is large enough to have enough cartilage that you can make an incision and take out part of the rib cartilage.
6-year-old Ajay was also born with microtia, but his parents, like Maverick's, came to Dr. Reinish for a new surgery. Using a synthetic material, Dr. Reinish sculpts an ear and uses the children's own skin to cover it. The surgery has several advantages.
You can do it when they're young. We can do it when you're 3, so that by the time they're 4 or 5, that thing is well healed and they're in school and they don't think they've ever looked different.
Doctors can also create an ear canal and eardrum ahead of time, giving kids the ability to hear.
We have lots of kids who would normally be wearing hearing aids, but they don't have to wear hearing aids. You can do it as an outpatient. It's painless, pretty painless.
Still, it takes multiple surgeries to get the ear shaped just right. Ajay is going for his 3rd surgery tomorrow, and Maverick's mom says she really doubted her decision to put him through surgery at such a young age.
The first time they take the bandages off, it's a hard time. Even the first 3 days after the surgery, as a parent, you're wondering, did we do the right thing? Because his face was just swollen.
Still, even swollen, Maverick's face seemed somehow balanced now, and his ear looked better and better with every operation.
Now we love it. He loves it. He has so much pride in it. He'll willingly show it to anybody.
Maverick used to tell people his ear is what made him unique. It still does. Only now it also allows him to hear his mother's whispers. For Health Corner, I'm Elisa Adams.
And our thanks to Maverick and his mom for sharing their story. And if you've got a great health story, visit our website and click on My Story and tell us about it. Okay, it's a holiday weekend, and you might even have a party going on, and you want the yard to look nice, right? Well, let's check in with our Kids Go Green reporters, Gabby and Michaela, and they've got some fun green ideas using these little guys. Hey, my kids would love these worms. Hi, girls.
Hi, Joan. Yep, worms are a big part of green gardening. And of course, fishing too. If you want a garden that's really green, it's easy. All you have to do is, well, go green. Here's how.
Build a compost pile or bin. Throw in your kitchen food scraps, grass clippings, and leaves, and then add a few worms. Red wigglers are the best. It speeds up the composting process.
Collect rainwater. Keep a barrel under your rain spout, and you'll have lots of water for your garden, and indoors too.
And get the right fertilizer. Buy brands that contain natural, organic, or slow-release ingredients. They feed your plants and lawn more slowly and evenly. And Gabby, remember, gardening isn't a race, it's a process. You can use these eco-friendly gardening tips on a garden of any size. And then, there's the dog you-know-what.
An eco-friendly way to get rid of it is a pet waste disposal system. It's an in-ground septic tank system for dogs. You put your dog's waste in the tank, fill it with eco-friendly chemicals, and that's it.
Have fun trying some of our green gardening tips. For Go Green, I'm Michaela Powell.
And I'm Gabby Powell. See you next time. Back to you, Joan.
Thanks, girls. Well, it's a holiday weekend, and that means travel time and hopefully being outside a lot. So we need to be careful not to get too much sun. Every day we should be wearing our sunscreen. I think the big question is, how much? How much do we actually need? I've asked my daughter, Lindsay, who works for my company and for this program, to do the research for us. What'd you find out?
Actually, it's surprising. The American Academy of Dermatology says that most of us wear only 25 to 50% of the sunscreen that we actually need to be wearing.
Really? Well, then how much are we supposed to be wearing?
Every time we apply sunscreen, we should be using 2 tablespoons or 1 ounce of sunscreen.
All right. I don't carry a tablespoon with me to the beach. How about you? So that actually looks like what, a 1 ounce shot glass?
That's what it is. A 1 ounce shot glass is what we should be applying every time.
All right, I'm going to be the first to admit, I don't know if I use that much.
Most of us don't.
All right, I've learned something. Thanks, Lindsay. And you can get more safe travel tips and more sun protection tips by visiting our website, healthcornertv.com.
This portion of Health Corner is brought to you by Tylenol. Feel better, Tylenol.
It's what doctors recommend most for headaches, for arthritis pain in your hands, knees, and back, for little bodies with fevers, and big bodies on high blood pressure medicine. Tylenol works with your body in a way other pain relievers don't. So you feel better knowing doctors recommend Tylenol more than any other brand of pain reliever.
When you look 10 years younger, you're proud to admit your age. I'm 43. Only Rock Retinol Correction Deep Wrinkle Night Cream is clinically proven to give 10 years back to the look of your skin, diminishing the look of even deep wrinkles. In a clinical study, Rock was over 4 times more effective on wrinkles than another leading brand, and even 7 times more effective on crow's feet. 10 years? I'll take that. Visit rockskincare.com to save on your next purchase. And try Rock Deep Wrinkle Filler with hyaluronic acid to instantly smooth your wrinkles. Rock, we keep our promises.
Looking to save money on the products you need and use the most? There's one path to follow. The one that leads to your neighborhood Walgreens, where you'll find our affordable essentials, the products you use most, now for less every day.
How to improve your marriage with a calendar.
Clever. Very clever.
How to fight cancer with a calendar. Set a date and stick to your decision. It's a lot easier when you have help. The American Cancer Society can double your chances of quitting for good. Call or visit us online. This is the American Cancer Society.
Welcome back to Health Corner. I'm Joan Lunden. So you think that eggs are bad for you, right? Well, think again. Here's Chef MD Dr. John Puma.
These are omega-3 eggs. You've probably seen them at the store and wondered whether there was any difference between these and regular eggs. The answer is yes. Here's how it works. There are 3 kinds of omega-3 fatty acids, ALA, EPA, and the best kind for your brain, DHA. You can find DHA omega-3 fatty acids in cold water fish like salmon, anchovies, and sardines, and now in these eggs. Because farmers, poultry farmers, are now putting their hens on special diets, rich in flaxseed, so they'll lay eggs with lots of omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, as much as 10 times the amount you'd find in a regular egg. And DHA may even help lower your risk of Alzheimer's disease. Today, I'll be using my omega-3 eggs in my chef-and-be approved spaghetti frittata with toasty walnuts and cheese. It's an easy, low-calorie, open-faced omelet. The only hard part, I think, would be getting my eggs home in one piece. See you in a bit.
Well, good luck with that one, Dr. John. We'll see you in the kitchen in just a bit. You can sign up for Dr. John's weekly healthy recipe email. It's free. Just visit healthcornertv.com. Every 2 minutes, a new case of prostate cancer is diagnosed, and before this program ends, 1 man will die from it. Being diagnosed changes a family forever. Here's one story.
My name is Fred Taylor. I'm a prostate cancer survivor, and I'm the executive director of the Southwest Prostate Cancer Foundation. My diagnosis came about as a result of my annual screening, which was a total surprise to me for the simple reason that I felt great.
It was a little scary. He came home and was a little depressed and, kind of feeling lost.
It was earth-shaking. I know a great deal about prostate cancer, but at that point in time, I knew zero.
In all of the 36 years that we've been married, we've gone through many obstacles, but I think for him is that he was never one to need me to care for him.
The macho thing gets in the way of most men when they're dealing with their own personal health. In fact, I advocate that macho kills more men than prostate cancer does.
He let go and let me care for him for that period of time.
I was pretty lucky that everything went well. I caught it early, and that's the key, and hopefully I'm going to live another 50 years.
Remember, prostate cancer is curable when it's detected early, so talk to your doctor about getting checked. Okay, when it's back to school time, every mom's first assignment should be to get their child a back-to-school physical. Here's Take Care nurse practitioner Hannah Malik with more.
Hi, Joan. Thank you so much for having me. You know, most schools have specific guidelines they follow for your child's health. Many require just an annual physical exam. But if your child is planning to play a sport, be sure they also get a sports physical. This will allow the healthcare provider to identify kids who might be at risk for illness or injury during sports activities.
I know immunizations are also important for back to school, but it can be really confusing. There are a lot of them.
All of the immunizations can be really overwhelming. The list could include tetanus, hepatitis B, measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox, meningitis, and the Gardasil HPV vaccine. But your healthcare provider will let you know which immunizations are needed and when to get them.
Some Walgreens stores have Take Care clinics. Can your child get a back-to-school physical there?
Absolutely, and Take Care clinics are open 7 days a week. All you have to do is drop in. No appointments are even necessary.
Wow, that's easy. Thanks, Hannah.
You're welcome, Joan.
This portion of Health Corner is brought to you by the makers of Zyrtec. Love the air.
It's tough enough to fit in a workout when you're home, but what about when you're traveling, like a holiday weekend or vacation? Kathy Smith says you can still work up a sweat even when you're on the road. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Joan. Traveling for business or pleasure is one of the major reasons people fall off the exercise wagon. But you don't have to give up a good routine when the suitcase comes out. You just need to plan ahead. So if the location you're traveling to doesn't have a fitness facility like this one, just pack what you need. Elastic exercise bands are great for resistance training and are easy to pack. Jump ropes are another packable tool, and you can get a fun cardio workout acting like a kid again. And of course, exercise DVDs. They take up very little room and can be done in just a small amount of space in any hotel room. If you're vacationing with family, make sure walking is part of your family fun. A museum, amusement park, or zoo is a great place to walk off your vacation meals. Wherever you go, make a point of planning some exercise time. That way you'll be less likely to skip it. So in the end, a change in your routine may be just what you need to shake up your workouts. I'm Kathy Smith, and here's to your health.
Looking for the secret to losing weight and keeping it off? Find out how at kathysmith.com.
bicycle, what are we waiting for? The flowers are blooming, the air is sweet, and Zyrtec starts relieving my allergies 2 hours faster than Claritin. My worst symptoms feel better, indoors and outdoors. With Zyrtec, the fastest 24-hour allergy medicine, I promise not to wait as long to go for our ride. Zyrtec works fast, so I can love the air.
We're visiting hidden valleys across America to see how they like the taste of Kraft Ranch.
You want to try some Kraft Ranch?
Nice approach, good form. Oh, he's got all of that one.
Mulligan. That went in the water. I just want to see a nice shoulder turn and dip.
Hi! See, a craft lover in Hidden Valley.
Isn't that a 2-stroke penalty? No, it isn't. You can love it.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. Discover the power to create a new future for your skin. Only Aveeno Positively Radiant Moisturizer has total soy, combining the best of nature with the proof of science for a whole new level of radiance. It's clinically proven to visibly reduce blotchiness, brown spots, and other past damage, while breakthrough SPF 30 helps prevent future damage. Healthier, more radiant skin. It's in your future now. Positively Radiant, the beauty of nature and science, only from Aveeno.
This is my favorite, an icy cold pack and 20 minutes of relaxation. Everyone needs help with their puffy, tired eyes now and then. So what works best?
The best cure is avoiding the causes, primarily fluid retention from too much salt and alcohol. So limit your alcohol intake and reduce the amount of sodium you consume the next day. This naturally pulls water out of the eye area. Cucumbers over your eyes cool and reduce swelling. You can also use a slice of raw potato for the same effect. Leave it there for at least 15 minutes while you rest in a dark, quiet room. Tea bags are also effective. Choose ones that you have already used and place them over the eyes while resting. Tea contains a natural element called tannin, which quickly reduces swelling. To reduce eyelid droopiness, look for products that contain glycerin. They give eyelids a visibly lifted look and also reduce under-eye puffiness.
Just follow my simple tips for reducing puffy eyes and droopy lids, and you'll always have that certain something. For Health Corner, I'm Florida Perry Smith.
Which products are right for you? Ask your Walgreens Beauty Advisor for help. They have the knowledge and expertise you need to look and feel your best.
Ricki Lake wants every expectant mom to have her best birth, and that isn't always easy, as she explains in her new book. I got a chance to sit down and talk with Ricki. Take a look. I am delighted today to be able to get together with a good old friend, Ricki Lake, who has a wonderful new book, Your Best Birth, that I think everyone who is either pregnant or knows somebody having a baby should read. Great to see you.
I agree. Thank you. It's always great to see you. I was really looking forward to this.
I want to go back in time.
Oh, gosh.
You were pregnant with your first child, with little Milo. And I got
not
a
little
call.
anymore. He's now like hairy and smelly, and yeah, he's changed.
Your producers called me and said, we want you to come on the show and surprise Ricki and throw her basically a baby shower.
A baby shower on the show, and they knew that I was a big fan of yours. And it was an honor that you did that for me, and it was a real surprise.
Well, you started your show that day as though it was going to be a regular, normal show. You were honestly surprised, weren't you?
I was.
And that was at a time when you were just, you know, discovering the birthing process.
I didn't really know a lot, but it was that the gift that was given to me was a positive experience, and it happened to be with a midwife, and it opened up my world and changed me in every way.
And exactly what is a midwife?
A midwife is someone who's medically trained to handle normal birth. They also do gynecological care as well.
Well, you actually advocate that they have a birthing plan.
Well,
now,
yes.
I don't think that this is anything that anybody ever is, you know, that they would ever think about having.
You know, you can't control everything. So you can sort of make your plan and your wish list, but things don't always go as you plan. And it's like your first sign of true motherhood is that, you know, you can't control it. And you can't control these kids. And it's just, you know, you better get used to it.
You go through a number of different women's stories in the books, inspirational stories.
A lot of times when you're pregnant, people love to tell you their horror stories. And that's not what you need to hear when you're pregnant. And I feel like our book really alleviates a lot of the fear. This is now, I feel, my life's work. I mean, I really believe in the message that I'm sending, which is about education and empowering women and wanting women to be connected to the birthing experience, that really can set you off on a great start to motherhood when you're connected and not, you know, a passive person at your own birth. You're an active participant speaking up for your rights and your body. And so I am hopeful that not only will we have better outcomes in this country, healthier babies and healthier mothers, but also more positive birth experiences.
And women have a lot to share, and we thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you for.
Thanks, Ricki. She's got a lot of great advice in her new book. So again, thanks to Ricki. You know, we love to hear from our Health Corner viewers. Susan Holtshoe sent us an email a while back to tell us her story. Just like 17 million other Americans, she has diabetes. And here is how she is taking control.
Every 21 seconds, someone is diagnosed with diabetes.
I was diagnosed about 2 years ago. No surprise, have a family history going back 3 generations.
Her father and his father both had type 2 diabetes. Susan wanted to stay as healthy as possible and avoid complications.
The diagnosis and Chef MD came into my life within about 3 days of each other.
By chance, Health Corner was on TV and caught Susan's attention.
And Dr. John was on TV, and I noticed he was doing something that looked like something easy and probably something I could eat. I emailed the show then and asked Dr. John if he had any other recipes kind of geared to the diabetic. And he said almost all of his recipes were, which delighted me.
Susan has learned to replace simple carbohydrates with lots of vegetables and whole grains. She uses spice for flavor instead of fats.
It's taken my blood sugar down, and it's allowed me to lose weight.
Susan is doing really well. She has no complications. She doesn't even need insulin shots. She's turned a family history of suffering with diabetes into a legacy of active living and good health. Her winning combination: regular visits to her primary physician and eating right. For Health Corner, I'm Julie Feldman.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Today, it's the egg in my spaghetti frittata with toasty walnuts and cheese, right after this on Chef MD.
Introducing generic prescriptions for less than $1 a week at Walgreens. For less than $1 a week on more than 400 generics. Get big savings on over 5,000 other generic and name brand prescriptions.
We joined and saved on John's prescription. It wasn't covered by our insurance plan.
Plus, we earn a 10% reward when we buy Walgreens brand products.
Stop by today to see how much you'll save and get $50 in free coupons. The Prescription Savings Club, only at Walgreens.
Does your mouthwash work in 6 different ways? Introducing Listerine Total Care. Everything you need to strengthen teeth, help prevent cavities, and kill germs. Introducing 6-in-1 Listerine Total Care, the most complete mouthwash.
SPF measures UVB rays, not UVA rays. Rays that can cause skin damage and even skin cancer. That's why Neutrogena created Ultra Sheer with Helioplex for the highest combined UVA-UVB protection. Get the best. Neutrogena Ultra Sheer.
Protect them when you can. Cross your fingers when you can't.
And keep your little rays of sunshine safe longer with new Aveeno Continuous Protection Active Sunblock. Our photostable technology provides UVA protection proven to last longer than traditional sunblocks. And it stays waterproof up to 4 hours for our strongest protection.
That outlasts their energy.
Continuous protection. And try Aveeno Baby, the #1 dermatologist recommended baby sunblock. Aveeno, that's the beauty of nature and science.
Today, we're making a fantastic dish full of brain-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. My spaghetti frittata with toasty walnuts and cheese. This is a rich, melt-in-your-mouth slice of heaven with a warm, crunchy, nutty surprise on top. It starts with some spinach and some garlic. Add a little extra light olive oil, and then add the garlic. Just for a moment, and then the spinach. It only takes the spinach a moment to wilt. And you want to keep turning it like this. We want the spinach to cool because we're going to add it to eggs and egg whites. We're adding 2 egg whites and 3 whole eggs to this omelet. And that's because we want to boost the protein in it. It's going to get plenty of omega-3s from the 3 yolks. Add a little salt and a little pepper. And I like using a fork for this. You don't need a whisk. If you want, you can use a whisk. Here is some whole wheat pasta that I've already cooked. Just mix it right in with the egg mixture. What this is going to create is a nice firm base for the frittata, to which I can add the cooled spinach and garlic mixture, and then mix it together, add it to the same skillet. Then a little Parmesan cheese. I like using cheese as a garnish so you can see the white. Your eye then eats too. Some flax meal. Flax meal is rich in omega-3 fatty acids too. All omega-3 fatty acids lower triglyceride levels. Speaking of omega-3s, walnuts, also rich in omega-3 fatty acids. 2 excellent plant sources. This just then now gets popped in the oven for 20 minutes. We'll bake it. I already have one done. Let me show you. Cut yourself a wedge. This is good warm or cold. It's good on a picnic. And if you want to add a little bit of an Italian flair, get some regular good pasta sauce. I have some heating. So I'll spoon a little on a plate. So our wedge, and there you have it. Oh man, this looks great. An extra bit of basil to start. Perfect. For the complete recipe, check out our website. And remember, the fountain of youth starts in the kitchen. Cent'anni, may you live 100 years. For Chef MD, I'm Dr. John Puma.
Learn more about culinary medicine today. Order Chef MD's Big Book of Culinary Medicine at chefmd.com and sign up for free weekly recipe emails while you're there.
I hope you and your family are having a wonderful holiday. Here are some of my favorite holiday photos of my family. And the reason why I brought them in is because we'd like to see yours. Share them with everyone on our new Health Corner Facebook page, where you'll also find a link to healthcornertv.com, because there you'll not only find out more about today's show, but we have over 1,000 health-related videos for you. That's it for today. Join us next week on Health Corner, America's healthiest TV show. I'm Joan Lunden. Take care.
Next week on Health Corner.
Put some joy in your life. I'll be talking with nutritionist and best-selling author Joy Bauer about her latest book. And did you ever feel like you needed a timeout? I'm going to share my new summer camp just for women.
Looking to lower your cholesterol? Why not get some help from the kitchen with a nutty, buttery garbanzo bean spread?
Health Corner is a sponsored program brought to you by Walgreens.